Thank you, Amy, for that wonderful introduction, but most importantly, thank you for convening this extraordinary group of extraordinary people doing extraordinary things to combat this challenge, and frankly, to make the world a better place while we combat that challenge. So is everybody getting a lot out of this? Yes? Yes? Cheers. Let's applaud Amy. So I am thrilled to be here for Follow the Money Day. I live in the land of Follow the Money with the work that I do and cover how it addresses every aspect and intersects with every aspect of our economy. As Amy said, I spent many years in the financial sector as well, and so I feel like I'm bringing together my life with this panel, with this day. But I want to start framing Follow the Money with something actually that Marina Saros of the Arsht Rock Center said yesterday, and I hope I'm getting this correct, but she said the key is to get the right amount of money into the right place at the right time. And there is no truer statement than that for what we face right now, right? And I'll also add that it's critical to get it into the hands of the right people with the right values and do it at speed and scale, right? Right? Hello? Anybody out there? Okay, good. So before I introduce just the first series of speakers, I want to just frame a few quick stats. And these are from bankrate.com. I'm a journalist. I give you sources. 88% of public companies have ESG initiatives in place. 88%. About 2/3 of privately owned companies have ESG initiatives in place. And 89% of investors consider ESG issues in some form and some part of their investment approach. Think about that. So when you hear all the noise out there, you can kind of ignore a certain amount of it because the train has left the station, especially in the finance sector. And from PwC, just real quickly, ESG-focused institutional investments are seen soaring 84% in the US to $33.9 trillion, with a T, in 2026. Okay, follow the money. So as we know also, the Securities and Exchange Commission is coming out with its final climate risk disclosure rules. I've interviewed people about that, and you'll hear about that today in a few minutes from Jamie Knack. There's even, obviously, as I say, the noise on the other side, we have to address, and I love the discussions with Eamon about the narrative and FRIA, but let's look at where the money is actually going. It's actually considering climate and environment, social and governance issues as good risk management. Hello? It's pretty much the fiduciary responsibility in a summation, right? That's where the risks are. So let's hear from some amazing people on the front lines of this work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce a few people at once, and then you'll hear from them. They'll address the state of capitalism and the context of, we just heard about the state of capitalism in the context of climate. Now we're going to talk about where the money is, and transparency and some tools. And I'll just introduce a few people, and you'll hear from them in succession. Robert Schuwerk is North American Executive Director of Carbon Tracker to talk about the transition from a fossil fuel dependent economy to a decarbonized one. Then you'll hear from Jamie Knack of 3 Squares about the SEC disclosures that are coming. Risk disclosure rules, I should say. And then you'll hear about leveraging AI from Ted Obenchain, Senior VP and Head of Commercial Development at riskthinking.ai. And then in the last one in the series this morning, you'll hear from Alex Wright Gladstein, CEO and founder of Sphere, a platform to help investors understand the climate impact of their investments. And if you got all that, you get an A for the day. So please join me in welcoming Robert Schuwerk to the stage to start our series for the morning.